different folks. And I just want to make very, very clear that just like how the last Muslim ban went down, this one is going down very similar, okay?
Yes.
And so, I want to make very clear though also, just like last time when the ban was actually stricken down in the courts, you still had folks in the airports racially profiled, detained, and questioned based on their national origin, perceived religious identity, and literally racist profiling, right? We know that an Afghan family very recently was detained at LAX. We see these stories, and those are only the people that we hear about, yeah? So I want to context this with, we have to be out in the streets every single day, okay? Because it happens every day. So it means we got you, I got you, we have to have each other all the time, every time, okay? So I'm gonna give you, stop. I'm actually gonna read a collective statement by a group that is now forming, which is an anti-racist, anti-imperialist front for particularly Middle Eastern and North African folks. We're called the SWANA Alliance. We really encourage you all to help and support. And so this is not just coming on behalf of me, but actually has been like a community effort to articulate exactly what this Muslim ban means for us right now. All right? Okay. We speak for ourselves. As communities directly affected by white racist and Western colonial violence, SWANA Alliance stands against any ban at any time on entry to the United States by people from Syria, Sudan, Somalia, Libya, Yemen, and Iran. The executive orders proposed by Donald Trump, titled "Protecting the Nation from Forced Terrorist Entry into the United States," rely on racist portrayals of our community as a threat just because of where we were born, what religion we practice, or what we look like. We must reckon, though, with this history. Western civilizations have been born out of genocide and continue through violence against black and brown bodies every single day. Trump's actions come from the elite's war on terror and national security lies to push American interests in our region, to criminalize, dehumanize, pit our communities against each other, which is real shit, y'all, and murder us to maintain its superpower over the world. Trump's actions, though, could not have been possible without Bush's original NSEERS program, from which these bans directly draw from, and Obama's continuation of the exact same program. We say, and we say it now, and we say it forever, we are proud of who we are, and we will not prove our right to exist to anyone. We are Southwest Asian and North African. We use this term because we refuse to view ourselves in relation to the West, the middle of what, the East of what, in Eurocentric terminology or of state of mind. No one will speak for us. Like all communities, we are diverse in ethnicity, religious identity, nationality, gender, sexuality, and just being fucking people. We will tear down these walls of oppression. We will not turn against each other and be like, no, we're not like them. We will stand with each other no matter what, no conditions. We know that ways people have portrayed these bans are intentionally racist. By calling this a travel ban, it makes it sound like we're just on vacation, instead of running from what the United States needs to claim responsibility for in the SWANA region itself. While the United States condemns governments of our region, it condemns the actions of the regime which it just elected. We know attempts to call this a refugee ban serve to make American people think that we're just running from civil war, and we're actually not the product of colonialism and intervention in the region. We know that attempts to call this a Muslim ban are accurate in that they racialize Muslims specifically, but more importantly, that it is a racist process, that this is not just about someone's religious freedoms. This is not about white folks being able to convert to religious. This is about the ongoing assault of the West onto the rest of the world. Current narratives around the ban actually don't center ourselves who are affected. If you want to know how to speak up, pass the mic. The current narrative erases violence, particularly against Black SWANA people. who you don't see on the TV. And I ask why. We know why. Because just like Black SWANA folks and religious minorities in the region, folks are facing multiple oppressions that are transnational. I say this now and I say it for real. We will not be silent. We are united to uplift all communities of color in the US. We know our struggles are connected and that we must struggle against anti-Blackness around the world in our communities and for once center SWANA women and queer SWANA people, queer Muslims in our communities. We say this as the SWANA Alliance, and for folks who are down, we say get down with us. The Trump regime must fall. It is no one's responsibility but us.